Good evening. Boston bites back. That's the message from chefs Ming Tsai and Ken Oringer, whose Fenway Park fundraiser is set for Wednesday. More on that in a minute. In other news, British Prime Minister David Cameron was here in Boston this afternoon. He met with Governor Deval Patrick, toured the marathon bombing site, and was scheduled to meet with some of the victims. And a welcome bit of normalcy returns to Boston's Copley Square tomorrow, the local farmers market. City officials have rearranged the farm stand so they can coexist with the memorial to bombing victims still set up in the square. Now to our top story. Boston bites back. That's the name of the Foodie fundraiser scheduled for Fenway Park this Wednesday evening. Local chef Ming Tsai, seen here from his PBS cooking show, along with Clio's Ken Oringer, whipped the event together with 100 top chefs in attendance. The giant taste test goes for $200 a ticket, and all proceeds go to Boston's One Fund. And Ming Tsai and Ken Oringer are here. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Talk about you really pulled this together quickly. You announced this thing within days after the bombing.
We did. You know, Kenny and I met. We were sitting at Blue Dragon, and we immediately said, okay, what are we going to do? Because as chefs, we do something to give back. And we decided, you know, we've got to really bring in the community, the chef community and the Boston community. So we reached out to the Red Sox. Fortunately, we were friends with the owners, and they immediately, with the partners with Aramark, says, you can use our park, and let's get this together. And we said, well, 100 is a good number. Let's bring 100 chefs, bring them here, let them cook, and bring Boston together, and, of course, raise money. 100% of the money pass through to the One Fund.
All right, so give me a sense of this, Ken. If I walk into the ballpark, how's it set up? Are there concessions every which way? Are they inside, outside? Are they on the field? Where are they?
Actually, where the whole event takes place in the Grand Concourse, which is Gate B and C when you come in. So it's actually when you're walking in right by the bleacher seats, so right behind that section. All the chefs will be manning concession booths, and then they'll be interspersed with wine and beer stations where all the donations came from. Must be hundreds of wineries that we have, from M.S. Walker, Ruby Wines, Martin Yeti. We have Sam Adams, we have Harpoon, we have Budweiser. And then up on the right field roof box is a whole nother station that is the Budweiser booth that we have. Shake Shack will be cooking up there, and actually I think Myers and Chang will be up there, and Sofra. So we have people interspersed throughout, and then we have a VIP section that Ming and I will be cooking up there with Jasper White and Chris Douglas, who have both been personally affected from the tragedy. And,
so you're all sold out in the VIP section?
The VIP is basically sold out. We still have a few tickets, some blocks left to sell for the main attendance. It's $200 a ticket from the 6 to 10.
And that gets you everything, wine, beer?
That gets you wine, beer, all the food you can eat. I mean, it's $2 a chef. Even we're with $2 a chef, right? But today we just announced that if you can't get there at 6, for $100 you can come at 8 o'clock.
That's a good idea.
And just to enjoy. And by the way, if you strategically take the whole area, you'll be able to try a lot of food and great drink in a 2-hour period. And the one really cool thing is the whole warning track, the whole field of the warning track. You can walk, you can take pictures on the Green Monster.
Oh, nice.
You can be in the dugout. They'll have people there from Fenway that will take your picture. So never before, under beautiful, it's supposed to be great weather, to sit in the bleachers, can you walk on the warning track, be on the field, and knowing you do something
It's not a kids event, though, is it?
No, it's 21 and over.
Yeah, because of the alcohol. All right, so what do we got here?
I have a couple different bond meats. This is from Blue Dragon.
Those sandwiches smell so good. It's like
the chicken one and the black shrimp one.
That's actually the fried chicken smells so good.
Is that what it is?
This is Kenny's
That's
dish.
fried chicken?
Japanese fried chicken.
Go ahead. Gorgeous.
But the one thing we love about this whole idea, Emily, obviously it's great to raise money. And it's also great to bring Boston together. But we also, because of the generosity of sponsors and some individuals who bought blocks of tickets, we've now invited first responders to come for free, because they're the true heroes.
That's great.
They're the ones that ran towards the fire. They're the ones that actually saved people's lives with getting tourniquets on. So for us to be able to publicly thank them, and now a few victims have actually reached out. Adrienne, the dancer, she's coming to the event. Karen, who is Jasper White's assistant, she's coming to the event.
She was injured also?
She was injured as well. And so for us publicly to be able to show them the love Boston has for them, that they're not forgotten, and to thank these first responders who are the true heroes, that's what's really making Boston Bites back.
And to get together as a community, showing our strength, our pride, and as chefs, what we do, that we like to take care of people. And every chef that we asked, the second we called, they all said, okay, we're on. We're on.
Your community is like that.
There's a great silver lining to this,
Yeah. But talk about, Would you have done? I mean, I don't think of the chef community as being necessarily all that philanthropic, but I guess they are. I mean, any of you are very close.
It's quite the opposite.
Yeah,
well, I know you guys give a lot. That's for
but
sure.
when 9/11 happened, we all went to New York and cooked. When Katrina, I went down to Mississippi. It isn't with us chefs because we're all about hospitality, and that, as you mentioned, I mean, that's the most heartwarming thing about this, that everyone has given back without hesitation. It's really what we do best as chefs, and it's been great that the Bostonians are also embracing this, and people are opening their pockets. I mean, the One Fund has $28 million. That's fantastic. But here's an event that you can really show everyone and thank.
And you're hoping to raise $1 million?
We're hoping to raise $1 million.
That's our goal.
And so that's why we have this one last block to sell out of the $100 tickets. We'll meet our goal. And by the way, on BostonBitesBack.org is a great auction, online auction, 15 fantastic things. Kenny and I are going to do an Iron Chef competition in someone's house and someone's home. The 10 top women chefs are going to cook together at Lydia Shire's home. Some really cool.
Throwing out the first pitch at Fenway Park,
right.
if it's something you've ever been interested in. Walking the field with Bill Belichick. Even Greta Monahan. We have a day of shopping and beauty with lunch with Greta Monahan from Rachel Ray's show. So it's, again, just everybody. Actually, even a script from Mad Men. John Slattery donated that. So.
Yeah. You mentioned a couple of the people. Have you reached out, Ming, to as many bomb victims as you can, or?
Yeah, you know, it's very sensitive, obviously, and to make it perfectly clear, this is not a celebration, right? This is a gathering because a lot of people are still mourning. There's tragedy still, but for the ones that reach out to us, we're inviting them with open arms, and we have just dropped off free tickets to the hospitals, all of them that are involved, and the state police, the fire, all the departments in Watertown, Cambridge, and Boston, to invite them. And at the hospital specifically, they know who at Spalding, which victims may be open. The ones that have already been in the paper in the Bruins games, for example, I hope they can come because we really want to show them that Boston does care. And look, the party is actually for you guys. And the fact that the first responders are coming, that makes this whole thing worthwhile. It's much more than the money. It's really to thank these guys.
What's it been like downtown, Ken? Or has it been affected? Has Clio been affected? Has your restaurant?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
It's I think everybody was affected, especially the first couple weeks. So the whole Back Bay was a little bit shaken and uneasy. But I think what was so great again was maybe a combination of good weather right after, but just people started to get out again and just started to talk to each other. And I think it wasn't easy, but I think people just got out and tried to get back on with their lives, and everybody was just a little bit nicer. And
it does. And it seems like more people have been patronizing the restaurants on Boylston Street, and the tourists. I mean, I don't know if they're stopping into the fine restaurants, but the tourists are definitely there.
I think people around the country and the world are supporting Boston and knowing that let's give money back to Boston to support them. I mean, to be honest, when we sat down right after the marathon, we were mad. We were pissed.
Yeah, of course.
That how dare they ruin our Boston Marathon? And 9/11 was in New York, and that was the most horrific terrorism ever. But this is our hometown, and now my kids, all kids are going to ask us: is the marathon safe? Is Disney World safe? It's a horrific thing, but this is how we can at least alleviate and try to forget for a little bit.
That's a good point. It is maddening. All right, Ken Oringer and Ming Tsai, great, and Wednesday night at Fenway Park.